good morning, good afternoon or good evening, depending where in the world you are. Oh, Napoleon is still playing with our sticks and things we found for our nature art the other day. He loves it, so that's going to keep him busy while we're doing this. All right, so thank you to those people who have already sent me in their proportion face drawings from last week. This is going on from there. This is one of my favourite lessons to do. We are going to be creating some characters. First of all, though, we're going to have a quick warm-up. I'm just using the back of some artwork that I've already used. Like sport, it's good to warm up the art brain. Okay, Nip, you're ready to warm up that art brain. So we're just going to do some really quick drawings. Oh, loving that stick, Nip. So, all right, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to draw these faces. All right, are you ready? First one, angry. Off you go. Really quick. Just even some stick drawings. Focusing on the face. Angry. Really quick. Now, we don't have long to think about this, so it's just a warm-up. All right, stop. Next one is surprised. Really quick. Surprise, usually have the nice big open eyes, open mouth, and do the hair standing on end. Surprised. Okay, next one, sad. All right, off you go. Eyes are cast down, I think. Oh, mine just looks a bit angry. Sad. Lips are facing downwards. She looks a bit sad and angry all at the same time. It's all in the eyes and the mouth. Alright, last one, joyous or happy. Remember, these are just quick warm-up. So, nice big smile again, nice open eyes, eyebrows up, some cheeks. She's joyous. All right, fantastic. That's our just very quick warm-up. All right, so I'm going to do a couple of things today. We're going to very quickly go over the proportions of the face and where they go, and then we're going to get into characters. Everyone has different size noses, mouths, different shaped faces, so we're going to have a go at creating a few different characters. All right, so I'm going to move chairs, and Mr. M's going to film over my shoulder. Nip, you are making a bit of a mess there. You love that. All right. So, here we go. Now, today we are going to try a few different shaped faces. So you might want to have a little practice first. So we might do some that have sort of bigger cheeks. Oh, a bit alien shape, pointy. You might try a long, thin one with a big chin. You might try a more chubby cheeked person. Like that. You might try sort of almost like a round triangle. So practice a few different shaped faces because everyone has a different shaped face. Now on these we are just going to not spend too much time but quickly divide them again. What I noticed, if some people didn't get the halfway between here and here right to start with, it sort of threw you later on, but that's okay. So just lightly, because remember we want to rub that line out just there. Now halfway between here and here, there's your pupils. Now today we are going to do different sized eyes, so almond shape around and different shapes. So this is just a really quick warm-up practice of where everything goes. Same with here, halfway between here and here. You can always pause the videos as I'm going if you want more time. I'm going to make this person have more almond shape. Halfway between here and here. Good, just practice. The more practice you get, the better. I'm going to give this person sort of rounder eyes. You need a little bit of a gap in between. That's where the nose goes. Alright, eyebrows. Everyone has different shape eyebrows. I'm going to have straighter. Now, can't forget that round part in between. Also, something some people were forgetting was to shade the colour part of the eye here. This is just a practice. I'm going to do it quickly, otherwise they look a bit freaky. And when we go to put more effort into our final ones, you can decide what colour eyes they're going to have. Oh, this one's looking out weird ways. Alright, let's give her nice arched eyebrows. Again, alright, this one's going to have a really bushy eyebrows. So, then we divide this into half again. This is sort of where the nose sits. Now, in our next part, we're going to have different size noses, so that might change a little bit. Now, remember we did like a bit of a smile, a bit of a curl, and down from here. I'm going to show you a few different ways to do noses today, but this is just the warm-up. Now, this one I'm going to give a pointy around. Because when you start, I wanted to show you this, because when you start doing, I'm going to give her a little nose, different shapes of everything, you start already getting the different characters. Give you a wide nose, sir. In and around. Alright, lips. We divide this part here, and this is the width. Now, lips usually are wider than your nose, but again today we're going to adapt to give you character. This guy is going to have pointy lips. She's going to have tiny lips, little round ones. And he's just going to have... Now, ears, you guys got this really right between your eyes and your nose, but again, because today we're going to have different characters, I'm going to practice different size. I'm going to give him really big ears. Oh yeah. I'm going to give her smaller ears. Some people, Mr. M's got smaller ears than me, different shape. Now remember the neck, we were talking last week, don't have a wobble neck, it has to come from the jaw. Alright, already we're having different people. Now I also showed if you put a line there, that's sort of where the eyelid sits too, helps. In our more detailed ones, we'll do a bit of shading. Alright, so once you start adding a bit of hair, now remember the hair goes from your ears. Have a feel where your hair sits. Oh yeah, she's going to have a nice big curly bun. She looks a bit worried. I don't know what she's worried about. I'm going to leave him bald. And she's going to have a very neat hairdo. Alright. So just in changing the size, just small in our warm-up, I've got different sort of styles of people. Alright, let's get going. I'm going to draw two people today. So I'm going to draw that chubby-cheeked lady. I'm going to draw her, but a bit more detailed. So I'm going to give her some cheeks. Now, again, remember when we do this, you don't have to do what I do. I'd love you to come up with your own characters. Halfway, halfway. Well, that's a little bit higher. I'll take that down a little bit. Ruby's rubber. Thanks, Rube. She's in at school, doing a school online. This needs to be over this way a little bit. All right. So I'm going to give her, some people have smaller eyes. So I'm going to give her smaller round eyes. So her pupils first. So I'm going to make her eyes quite small, round. And I had that little tear duct point before. And then, yeah, so the white part is sitting back here, and this is the coloured part of her eye. Well, her pupils are quite big. Now remember, practice makes perfect. The more you do this, the easier it gets. Definitely with drawing. Well, with everything really. Alright. eyes. Alright. You can go a bit slower than me. Alright. Because I just want to get it going. Alright. Then we're going to divide here. I'm going to give this lady a little nose. And we started with the half smile curling. Now she's going to have quite arched, thin eyebrows. Quite neat, thin eyebrows up high. She plucks her eyebrows. And then remember the eyelid part here. Now let's get her little nose. Now you don't have to draw this line very dark. Sort of more we're going to do a shadow. So if you want, you can put your pencil on the side and instead just sort of shade that part in there. And same with even around here. Give her a little nose. Mine lady's going to have. Now your lips sit about halfway. Now I'm going to give her really small pouty lips. Now in here inside your nostril, wherever you draw darker, it sort of goes back inwards. Sort of shading today in here. Gosh, her eyebrows are up high. A little bit of a chin. Now again with her lips, wherever you sort of shade inwards, the lips sort of go back a bit. Alright, so her ears, will give her little small round ears. And from the eyes. Now when you're creating your people, we're going to think about what sort of person they might be. Alright, she's looking very sweet, but I'm going to make her actually a bit different of a character to what we think. Alright, now her neck. Out. Let's give her some pearls. Now this is the fun bit. Then you can start adding some clothes. I'm going to give her a little collar. Again, I want everyone's to be different. I don't think you need to do the same as me. It's just all about practicing. Give her some earrings. I loved Laura sent a crazy hair day one, and her earrings are gorgeous. Now let's give her very neat hair. And you can even rub that line out where the head sits. Hair always sits a bit higher than the headline. Doesn't always sit flat on your head. And we can colour that in even. Put her ponytail down there. Now her eyes, I'm going to give her some nice blue eyes. Remember we said about going inwards, sort of around. I might make, you can go over things. It's good to go over your lines once with drawing faces and things. Let's get rid of her down the middle lines. That's why you always draw them lightly, because we want to get rid of them. Excuse me, madam. And you can just go over. Now really with the nose, it's almost a bit of a circle in the middle. And let's just sort of go around. Your eyes are quite far set apart. Oh good, no right or wrong. I'm going to make those a bit darker. It's all just having a play around. Alright, I'm going to make my two characters very different. One that sort of looks sweet. And then I've got a brown in there, there's some down here. So then, oh, it's more a burgundy. Why not? No right or wrong in art. Let's give it. So then you can just have a bit of fun colouring them in. Now I'm trying to think of a name. I think I'm going to call her Sarah. Do you have any pink? Oh, I think my pink's dyed now. You finished chewing? No, Napoleon, you finished chewing your sticks. So I'm going to call her Sarah. And she likes dirt bike riding. She's a bit of a tomboy, even though she looks sweet. Her, oh, shivers. Them. Her favourite food is, oh, let me see, a big steak. She has 8 brothers and lives on a farm. All right, Sarah, you look sweet, but you can keep up with your brothers. Now, remember I said put a little bit of shading in under. Here, so it looks like your chin sits forward a bit. Same with when I'm going to ears a bit into here. Anywhere that sits back a bit or under, if you put a bit of colouring in, where did your hair colour go? Remember, your hair goes all the way to your ears. Alright, and we also have that little bit there. Under here. Alright, but I just want you guys to have a lot of fun just creating characters and practicing where everything goes. Alright, you can colour more, but alright, there's Sarah. Alright, let's draw someone else. Alright, good on you, Sarah. Okay, so now I'm going to try and do a completely different sort of shape face person, because we are all different, which is fabulous. That would be so bad, so boring if we're all the same. All right, so this person of mine, I'm going to give him more angular shape face and a larger chin. Again, we need to know round about halfway and halfway where their eyes are going to go. So let's put his pupils here. People, remember, halfway between there and there. I'm going to give him a lot more narrow eyes. I think I like that to point down a bit more. Here's my rubber. Again, I've drawn a bit hard. Shouldn't draw so hard to start with until you're happy with it, but you know. Oh, this eye's a bit wonky. Again, we don't stress. Now, halfway again. Now, I'm going to take it a little bit low because I want this guy to have a big nose. Have a pointy one. I'm going to give him bushier eyebrows. Ooh. I'm going to call this guy. Oh, what am I going to call this guy? As they sort of evolve, now down. Now again, use the side because you don't want it to be too dark. Oh, what happened to my sharpening? A bit wonky. And around. Yeah, so he's going to have a bigger nose. Remember the eyelid sort of sits on top. And in here we can get a bit darker. Alright, he's going to have, so halfway between here and here is usually where the mouth is. I'm going to give him quite a thin, narrow mouth because we gave Sarah such a wide one. I'm going to give him. Now, I'm going to give him a moustache because why not? Got a bit of fun. Oh, so would you like your moustache to curl on the end? Yes, why not? I even put a bit of wax in my moustache. Oh, very dapper. What about a bit of a goatee too? Make his chin simple. Now this is all about fun, creating your characters. Huh? Bit of a curl in his. Now his ears. I'm going to give him quite big ears. Well, there's a big gap there, so he can sort of go with that big ears down to here. Oh, he's got nice big lobes. Right, let's put an earring in him then. Bit of fun. Inside your ears, because it sits back is a little bit darker. Now remember inside your nostrils, oh, they're not even, doesn't matter. Especially up in here, a little bit darker because it's like a hole, like a nib there. Alright, let's give him a mohawk. Now even though he's got a mohawk, his hair comes from here. Oh, I might make it a bit coloured. Alright, I don't know where my brown's gone. Is that brown? No. Alright, so he's going to have blue eyes as well. Huh. Lost my brown pencil for now. Careless, Miss M. Now we can go over things, so I'm going to go quickly from the outside in. Go over. Yeah. Give him a bit of shadow under the eyes. Had a hard night. Bit of colour in the hair. Let's give him green hair. Like a green mohawk. Especially in isolation, I'll let Ruby colour her hair pink. Why not? Alright, then you can just go back over things as you want. Once you've got everything where you want it to, you can go back over things. Now, give him a nice long neck. I think he's got a long neck. Oh, yeah. Again, it still goes from his jaw. I'll give him a skippy type. Alright. Alright, so this is Larry, and he loves to knit. He has 4 cats and lives with his mum. There we go. Remember where the lips go in. So what I want you to spend time doing this week is creating some interesting characters. Give them a bit of story, give them a name, have fun with their features, some of their eyes bigger, some smaller. Really have a bit of fun this week, just creating. In the past, I haven't done this for a little while, but in the past, some of my students have come up with some absolute amazing stories and amazing characters. Alright. Nice to meet you, Larry. You can have fun then colouring in whatever you want. Okay, so there's Larry. So this week, Larry and Sarah. Very different. So both got different shaped faces, but I still have tried to get their eyes about halfway and then halfway there. Even though they've got different shaped features, the sort of standard, the same thing applies because we're all a bit different. So I want you to have fun with your warm-up, just creating some quicker sketches of different shaped faces, different shaped noses and eyes, and then practice drawing some more detailed ones. Now, please, especially the kids from my school, you need to email me your artwork so I can see them and see how we're tracking. But anyone, you know I love getting artwork. Okay, thank you. This is a video that Will sent in of his amazing Star Wars artwork. Thanks, Will, for sending this in. Oh, I love it. Thanks, Will.
Oh, hey Miss Em, this is my Star Wars art. This took an hour because I had to fit in my diorama, which I'll show you next video. So this is the Death Star. These are all stars, these things. This one, and this one are all shooting the Death Star because this is bad guy. Darth Vader's in this ship. Luke Skywalker is in that. That gunner is shooting that. This one shot and it's got a crack. And all the blue stuff is with tape, and all this stuff is with tape as well. This. I've traced everything here. There are guns here, here, and here. This one's a planet, and this one's a planet, and this one's the Death Star's exploding that planet. And it's about to do that one. This is a part where the Death Star gets exploded.